Thank you.
Grammy nominations, opening for U2, traveling all over the world. Just an amazing whirlwind, I can imagine. So not only was it a fantastic year, but it was probably one of the most difficult and trying years for you. So what are some of the ups and downs that come along with success? Let's talk about those.
It was certainly a year where lots of things went very right for us. You know, all the things you list, especially, you know, touring with U2 and playing at Live 8, and just all the kind of perks that come with being a successful and popular band, you know, are great. But also, you know, the way that you kind of deal with that success, and then also the way you deal with the kind of the problems that you inevitably still have as human beings and people, was something that we didn't do very well. You know, we didn't learn to kind of enjoy ourselves together, but we also didn't talk about the things that were kind of niggling us and getting to us, and you know, not just about being friends and the problems we were having being friends, but also just kind of living in this day and age and being a part of our generation and living in a kind of uncertain world. Those are things that we weren't really kind of, you know, talking about and thinking about. So we had to try and find a way of kind of solving that. Otherwise, I think we'd have lost our friendship, we'd have lost the band, we'd have lost so much stuff that means everything to us. So what we did was we got in the studio and we made a record, and we talked about all those things that were pent up inside us, tried to make sense of them and ask those questions. You know, and as a result, I think we come back feeling stronger, and we have a record that we're incredibly proud of and excited by. So although things were great and then they were difficult, they're now you know, even more exciting than they ever were. So we're very happy again.
We're very happy too, because the album is fantastic. Now, how this time around are you going to just soak it in? Now that you've learned, how are you going to just take everything step by step and just enjoy it all?
That's a very good question. I don't know. You know, like you say, we've learned a lot of lessons, and I don't know. I think a lot of it is in the mind, really, isn't it? It's a lot about how you approach things. You know, you can look at everything and say, "Oh, it's all getting on top of us, isn't it? You know, aren't we busy? Isn't it all hard work?" Or you can say, you know, "Isn't this crazy? You know, it's the three of us against the world, like a gang of old friends going on this amazing adventure." And so you just got to approach it in the right way.
Just appreciate it all, right?
Exactly.
Now, one of the songs on the album, Hamburg Song, let's talk about that, because is it true that you wrote that for Tom?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, that's what we kind of do as a band. We try and articulate all the most sort of painful things that we feel and the things that are most awkward to talk about. We try and put them into our music. So it's you know, it's not easy to say those things, but it's it makes for a much more powerful record, I think.
Was it hard initially to show him the lyrics? Because it's such a personal thing. Like, it's hard for guys to talk in general, but then to open up and say, "Okay, here's a song I wrote about you. It's not romantic, but here it is about our relationship."
Yeah, well, not only are we cursed with being guys, but we're also cursed with being British, so, you know, it's doubly difficult to actually say anything.
But it worked. You got it out, right?
It does, and, you know, people will say to me, you know, they ask me the question, how is it singing that song, you know, which is a song very much directed at you, you know, how do you sing it? Well, in a way, it has even more kind of power and meaning for me to be able to sing it. You know, it's a kind of good reminder not to let my ego kind of run away with me and sort of take me away from the things that I know and love, which are these guys and the band and making music. You know, and it also just means a lot to be able to sing that back to Tim, and you know, to feel like that song has kind of helped us to work through some of the difficulties that we may have had in the past.
And it shows how much you care about each other and the bond that the band has. Aww, there's so much love in between Keane, right? That influenced this album, Eminem. Is that true?
Well, yeah, I think Tim will be able to tell you more about that because it's on one particular song. But yeah, Eminem is was an influence because that song "Lose Yourself," which I think everyone would agree is one of the greatest kind of rap, pop, whatever song you want to call it, of this kind of day and age, was floating around, and it just provided the perfect inspiration for a song called "Nothing in My Way." Which is actually, if you can actually sing "Lose Yourself" along to the chorus of "Nothing in My Way," so it's kind of a blatant rip-off Although no one picks up on it more than us, actually.
You should do that on stage.
We
Maybe
should.
you could sing the lyrics, do a little mashup kind of thing, maybe?
We could ask if he'll guest on stage with
Bring
us.
him out of retirement.
How good would that be?
Pretty cool.
See? Ideas right here at Much Music. We're brainstorming together live on TV. That'll be next, and then I can say it was my idea. Kind of.
Yeah.
No?
You go ahead.
Okay. We have an email question right now from Karen in Quebec. She says, "Hi, guys. I would like to say I love and adore your music. I wanted to ask you guys if there are any memorable fan moments that you would like to share in a concert or not." Fan experience.
I'm sure there are.
We have so many great fans. I mean, it's... who was saying... We had someone supporting us the other night who was saying from the stage that Keane fans are the nicest fans in the entire world, which I think is actually true. So I don't know if we don't have any, like, trouble with them.
Crazy fan encounters.
I once swapped a shoelace with a fan. We were both wearing Converse, and she
Okay.
said, "Can we swap shoelaces?" And it seemed like such a strange request that I had to say yes. I don't know why.
Was it like a different color? Or?
No, it was...
That's
I think
weird.
mine was newer.
Oh.
But anyway, that's pretty strange.
Did you sign it for her at least?
No, we just swapped shoelaces. It's
That
just
is
the
a weird
strangest
request.
thing.
At least she didn't say, "Do you want to swap underwear?" That would be weird.
Would you have done that?
Would you?
I think
Have
that's
you
a
done
no.
that? You're looking at me like you've done that before.
No.
Okay, good. That would be kind of creepy.
I don't even know where that question came from. We had a perfectly polite question there from Karen, was it, in Quebec, and you've turned it bad. I'm sorry,
It's all
Karen.
about
Karen?
underwear.
Sorry about that, Karen. I know, that was bad. It went from shoelaces to underwear. Sorry about that.
It happens.
It happens sometimes. That's what happens on live TV, right?
And in life.
And in life in general. Now, speaking of SNL, I want to talk about SNL because I read this really funny thing about Paris Hilton when she was hosting, and she couldn't get the name of your band right. What was this?
Yeah,
that
she
happened?
called us. I think she went through several attempts at trying to pronounce the word Keane, which I don't think is too hard a word to
No,
pronounce.
it's easy.
She called us Kiani and Keane and various other things, and they kept having to remind her, because it goes out live eventually. But they reminded her during the rehearsal several times. But we've got a theory that, in fact, just a couple of months ago, she was outside an award ceremony in the UK, and she was on the red carpet, and she's got a record out, I believe, some kind of music.
We're playing
out.
her. Yeah, she has a video even.
Wow. Well, anyway, she cited Keane as one of her major influences, and my theory is that the reason she did that was because we're the only band name that she can actually pronounce. So, is that harsh?
It's kind of funny. I think it's funny. Well, at least she got the
Imagine-
name right, though.
Yeah.
Did she pronounce it right this time? Hopefully.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, she had so much practice on SNL. That
You've got to hope that she wasn't influenced by the Bonzo Dog Doodah band, because I think she'd have had real problems trying to spit that one out.
I have a question. Have you gone and bought the CD yet? Because I heard that you didn't want to do it in the UK. You were thinking maybe outside of the UK to go to the record store and buy it. Have you done it yet?
Yeah, it's a bit... I haven't
bought one.
I haven't bought
You
one.
haven't?
No, I got given one.
Oh, but isn't it fun going to the store and buying your own CD?
It's a bit of a waste of money.
But you're getting it back, aren't you? No? Anyways, guys,
give
if
each
you
other money.
if you haven't got the CD Under the Iron Sea, make sure you go get it. Thank you guys for coming down. It's been a pleasure
Thank you.
chatting with you.